All right, let's talk about a classic problem every single gardener faces, especially when you're just starting out. Seeds or transplants? Which one should you actually be buying? Well, today we're going to figure out the best way to go. I bet you know this feeling. You're there, you're standing in the garden center, the sun is shining, you're all fired up to plant something. But then you just freeze. Because on one side, you've got these beautiful, perfect little green plants, and on the other, you've got this giant wall of colorful seed packets. So what's the right move? And this right here, this is the heart of the problem, isn't it? For just a few bucks, you can get a packet with 50 seeds. 50! That's a whole garden's worth of potential. But right next to it is a single healthy-looking plant that costs almost double. It's that classic battle. Do you want a bargain or do you want a sure thing? Okay, so let's make sure we're on the same page. First up, seeds. Pretty straightforward, right? They're basically tiny little plant embryos, just waiting for their big moment. You stick them in the dirt, give them some water and warmth, and then you wait for that little bit of magic to happen when they sprout. Then we've got transplants. You'll also hear people call them starts, and that's exactly what they are. They're baby plants. A nursery has already done all the tricky work of getting the seed to sprout and grow for a few weeks. All you have to do is bring it home and pop it into your garden. It's a major shortcut. So let's break down our first option, starting from seed. We're calling this the marathon because, well, it is. It's a longer journey, but man, there's nothing quite like watching a tiny speck you planted turn into a full-blown food-producing plant. Okay, the upsides to using seeds are huge. First off, they are so cheap. Seriously, for what you'd pay for one single transplant, you can get a whole packet and grow dozens of plants. And the variety? Oh, the variety is just insane. Your local store might have, 3 types of tomatoes? Seed catalogs have thousands of cool, unique heirlooms you'll never find as a plant. Plus, you're not bringing home any pests or diseases from the nursery. And honestly, you just can't beat that feeling of pride. You grew that from day one. But of course, it's not all easy. The marathon takes time and patience, a lot of patience. You have to start some seeds weeks or even months before you can plant them outside. And let's be real, not every seed is gonna sprout, and those tiny little seedlings are super fragile. Plus, while a sunny window can work, if you really want strong, healthy plants, you might need to get some gear like grow lights. Now, let's talk about option number 2, buying transplants. If seeds are the marathon, this is definitely the sprint. It's the gardening shortcut, and it gives you that instant gratification of having a real plant right away. So what's the big appeal here? An instant garden. You literally walk out of the store with a green, leafy plant, stick it in the ground, and boom, your garden looks like a garden. This is a massive confidence booster for beginners, because the hardest part, getting the seed to sprout, is already done for you. And hey, if you're getting a late start to the season, transplants let you catch up in no time. But, and you knew there was a but coming, that convenience is gonna cost you. Transplants are way more expensive because you're paying for all the nursery's work. Trying to fill a whole garden bed this way can get pricey fast. You're also totally limited to whatever the store decided to carry that year. And finally, plants can get a little stressed when they move from their perfect greenhouse life into your garden. We call it transplant shock. So let's just lay it all out, side by side. As you can see, when it comes to cost and variety, seeds are the hands-down winner, no contest. But if you're looking to save time and pretty much guarantee some early success, well, transplants really have the advantage there. It's all about what you value most. So which one do you pick? Well, what if I told you that experienced gardeners know a little secret? It turns out this whole seeds versus transplants debate, it might just be the wrong question to be asking in the first place. That's it. That's the big secret. You don't actually have to pick a team. This isn't some epic battle between Team Seed and Team Transplant where only one can win. The smartest, most effective way to garden, especially when you're starting out, is a hybrid approach. You use both. You just have to be smart about which plants you start from seed and which ones you buy as plants. Okay, so that sounds great, right? But what does that actually look like when you're standing in the garden center? Let's build your action plan so you know exactly what to do. All right, first up, some plants should almost always be started from seed, right in your garden. I'm talking about root vegetables like carrots and radishes. They absolutely hate having their roots messed with. Plants with big, chunky seeds like beans, peas, and squash. They pop up so fast and so easily, it's just silly to buy them as transplants. And the same goes for quick stuff like lettuce and spinach. On the other hand, there are some plants that are just so much easier to buy as transplants. Things like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants need a really long, warm season to grow. To start them from seed yourself, you'd have to start them indoors months ahead of time, and that can be really tricky. The same goes for slowpokes like rosemary. Just let the professionals handle these. It'll save you a ton of headaches. So here it is, your cheat sheet. Choose seeds if you're on a budget, if you're a foodie who wants to try all those cool, weird varieties, or if you just enjoy the process. And definitely choose seeds for things like carrots and beans. But choose transplants if you're getting a late start, if you crave that instant garden feeling, or if you just want to grow amazing tomatoes and peppers without all the fuss. Look, at the end of the day, don't let this decision paralyze you. Whether you start with a tiny seed or a little baby plant, the most important thing is just that you're out there, you're growing something. So get your hands dirty, have some fun, and just enjoy the process. That's what it's all about.